Okay, so we're going to add a descriptive link to each of the other pages, and we're going to change the link colors for normal, hover, and visited states. Okay, we could do that either at the top level or in the external sheet, and I'm going to do the external sheet. So we're going to go ahead and add the links first. So I'm actually going to add a link for, so we're going to do anchor, and we're linking to the links page and the list page. So we're going to call this one lists.html. And so I'm linking here to a page inside the same folder. So we just need to put in the name. And then we'll add a name for it. We'll do lists. And then we're going to add another one that says links. Oops, and that needs to be lowercase. And that's going to say links. And I'm going to save that. And I'm going to come out here. And I want to refresh it. So now I got to think about what colors I want, because those don't look good. So we're going to style these. And so I'm going to go out to my style.css. And I need to style my anchors. So it's going to be A, because that's what it is. And then we're going to do color light blue, font size. And we're going to make this 1.1 M. That's equivalent to 110%. And then we're going to do padding of 10 pixels all around. And I think we want to do a text. We're not going to text align it. So I'm going to save this and refresh here. Well, that's nice. I'd actually like those two to be centered though. So I could do that here, but I don't want it to affect the other pages. So I'm going to do that in the top of my index page, because only here do I want my links to be text aligned centered. So I'm going to add a style here, and this is going to override the external style sheet. And so I'm going to only do the A tag, and I'm only going to do text align. Oops, I need to do that with curly brackets. So all I'm going to have here is text align and center. And that will keep all of the styles from the external page and add that just here on this page. And I need to save it. And I'm going to do a file, save all. Okay, let's make sure I got that in here. And those aren't. Okay. And so maybe I just need to style the whole container that way. Let's do .container. And I could refresh that. That works. That works, but I'm not really happy because it's really not as precise as I want to be. So what I'm going to do is change that to a dot, so just a nav. A nav is a normal part of an HTML page. And instead of this being class container, I can apply container to any, actually that's fine. So I'm going to add a container and a container here. Well, the div instead of div. So I'm going to add nav. And so nav says that this is my navigation bar. And so it does two things for me. It's going to allow me to add additional information to the page. And I'm going to save that. And I'm going to refresh it. And it's doing the same thing logically here. But now I've got these separated. So we're actually telling the computer that this is a nav section. And then it's just centering that and leaving the rest of the page alone. And it's also not taking place on the external style sheet. Though if it was just a nav bar, I could potentially allow it to do that on the entire page. We're going to leave it alone for here, just showing you that you can override and do something page specific. But that's all we need for that front page. So go ahead and finish up with that and then catch the next video.